but a little bit more
All right.
casual.
What do we
Just
got?
5
Bleed
gappers
on
getting
defense,
together, yapping about
DFM on
some
attack.
Vibing together.
Yeah.
I mean, do you believe in the butterfly effect, Valdez?
Yes.
I'm gonna go for
it's
just
like,
a straight up
really believe
one
that
way, which
something
doesn't
could
get
happen
cancelled.
right
And
here.
again,
And
this
all it
default is
starts-
legit.
all it
When you
needs
have
to
the
happen
smoke
is
over
for one
towards
of
here,
these
they can
players
kind of
to
just
be
cancel the one way.
confident to
Also, just
come
creates
in
pressure
and
that you
take
could have
some
got to where this X
duels,
is.
and it
Means that
could
you can
just go
always
through.
just
If
make
I
this
were to
area
kind of
a lot
take look
weaker.
at how the
I
games
like
have
this
been
as a
going so far
default.
today, I would say that Bleed is the more confident team right now. And DFM, they're starting to feel like the underdogs, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after the way that last map went, it's kind of hard to say that DFM are the favorites now. I think that
Okay, good amount of pressure, and they actually show themselves over towards here. Go pick up the Viper,
even though both teams
Orb,
kind of lost their map
and
pick, it doesn't really,
Zest is...
matter too much when you get down to the final map.
This will be interesting as
Essentially
fast
just
rotate. We've
the
got a
map that both
3-person
teams
stack with a kill set up back
didn't
of
really
A
care
as well.
about banning at the last out of the last 3, right? So we get to Ascent, but these teams should be decently good at this one, and
Yeah, I mean,
I
this
think that
looks
is gonna
strong from
benefit
Bleed in
a
terms of the
bit
setup.
more, coming off of that 13-7
Oh, yeah.
victory, which was mostly in their hands.
Got a KO knife as well.
As here comes the
Zeta.
push.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, knife hit 2.
Might think that there might be a bit of Japanese power coming through as
And
well.
that fell apart so
It's going to be DFM
fast.
for now with the right ideas to take down the site. 3 players.
The
all
guy
who've
back
gone
of
from
sight,
Bleed's roster.
was there a molly heaven or something?
As
And the guy
DFM
back of
barreling
sight had to then
through,
go out into the open.
smokes and make their way onto site. Scary
I would love
now.
to know where the guy under heaven
Coming
moved.
alongside Zest, who is making
There
a
was?
long,
Oh, okay,
long
that's why.
trip through
Damn,
A
that
main.
molly saves them.
Puts down very interesting smoke. Just
Looking at the
right
minimap,
around
I'm
the
just looking at
edge
this guy
of
swing, and I'm
heaven,
like, why?
so that players can't quite get the vision against him.
Yeah, trying to make a bunch of
Someone
noise
flash is
too.
legit.
Let's see what Zest can get. That's 2! Barry!
Damn, bro.
God.
The 2v4 Omen Flash, no one thought that he
It
would
all
be
starts
fast
off
behind
with
as
that
well.
little smoke, like I said,
And the
butterfly
Omen Flash
effect.
legit hit
Turn
everyone, and the
an
shots were
unwinnable
lovely.
situation around just because you have the sense to drop a piece of utility.
Look,
And you can see the DFM's players were just wondering what that smoke was all about.
And
They're all
we say
hovering
this is
around
his
and waiting
map.
for him to
Yeah.
drop.
the map where he just performs way better than on all the other maps, and it continues it. The Omen Flash couldn't have been any better.
Nobody is looking at me.
Just everyone out in the open to get shot from this.
Teammates died. Also, big credit to Zest for hitting those shots when the players are turned
too.
away from him, running
Yeah, the
every
shots
which
were-
direction. Zest
were lovely, yeah.
unbelievably crisp on those
Yeah, they
shots.
get the
so-
Outlaw, they buy heavy into this as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Outlaw,
That
Odin,
should have been DFM's round.
Kinda got a couple of guns
but
that
then Zest said no,
maybe clean up the ecos.
and then it was over.
That's exactly just what Bleed can be capable of. DFM has to watch out. Even though DFM did do pretty well against T1 on this map with their really interesting composition, they have to be careful and they can't let themselves get too discouraged.
Yeah, and
from
Ye might be able to farm
some
this.
of these battles against Bleed. Off to pistols now though, and that's all that they
Oh.
can find.
Swinging that
Walking
after
into
seeing
an
this gun
outlaw
here.
is not something that you want to do. Of course, they had no idea that that would be around the corner, but now walking really deep behind enemy lines. Anthem tries to hold the
One
angle,
enemy remaining.
but not quite anticipating.
Yeah,
the
that's a
back.
clean round.
Bleed makes
We got
quick
one
work
armor
of
rebuy.
DFM in round 2.
Perfect,
Yeah.
really.
Not much they could do there. They tried to send it into A main and throw some stuff in the back of Wine, but nothing really stuck. Ye gets a free kill on
Acronix,
the
thank you for the
Outlaw,
raid, man.
and then one by one,
Stream was good.
the chips did fall.
Thank you so much, bro.
Party's over.
Yeah, if you're gonna run by that, maybe go a little bit
One
faster,
enemy
but
remaining.
as you mentioned, it's kind of hard to know who would be holding that exact angle. So 2-0 here for Bleed. Let's see if DFM are a bit more woken up after.
I've had a
Last
judge
map.
for a little bit. Okay, same smoke goes in, and we get to see it. Oi,
Game
this
plan for
flash
Bleed of their
on
own,
top
and
of
this is
this
like I
was
mentioned.
lovely. Where did
Once
that
they
even
have
go?
these
Was
set
it
plays,
like
once they
on
have
the left
confidence,
side?
go for it.
That was cool.
Very great stuff as they send out that paranoia along with a dash from Ye just to take
Hey,
over
Vic
B.
Son.
Instant pickoff against Medusa. DFM has to rethink some of their strategies and game plans now. They no longer have that safe
Interesting. I mean, you
measure
never really see
to
a
cross-
Sova anchor
cross
over towards
tree.
A, so you would imagine as
Originally,
they
would
head
have
into
the toxic
sight,
screen,
this
but
recon
okay,
would catch them off.
invites Scary into a bit of a peek. May says hello.
Scanning ahead.
Zest with the Odin now, though.
Yeah, they've at least got to respect it. Can't get into sight. And this,
The angle, and then
yeah,
try
this
to
is
step
looking like
through,
a
but
perfect
it's
round.
all
Zest,
spotted.
is he on 9
Zest,
kills or
yet
something?
another quad kill.
9 kills in
Puts
3
Bleed
rounds.
Up by 3.
As his ult.
Well, that's one way to win a bonus. It feels like we're just living in the last map again, except now it's Zest's battlefield. Like the desk was saying, like we were saying. He's got 9 kills. Really nice set play here.
I love
First
this
off,
set play.
but
Yeah,
look
this
at
set
the
play
way
was
they
really,
handle
really
this.
cool.
Very passive on the back. They know they have the Sova to get contact.
Air flash over the top
They don't
right.
necessarily need. He fires off one recon dart and then he just hops out with his
Oh,
Odin and sprays
an early
everybody
timeout.
down,
Oh, yeah.
and they win the bonus with 4 people alive. So
They have a
that's
chance
an
to
early
farm
timeout
up.
from DFM. I don't
The good
mind
news
it.
is for
I just
Bleed, it's like they haven't been dying
don't
as
know
well.
if it's gonna change
Everyone's
anything,
money's just
as
incredibly
these
strong.
guys seem to be very deflated.
Sometimes you do need the coach to really give that morale boost for the team. You know, a lot of these games, a lot of these rounds, they are emotional as they are mental, and just having that little bit of leadership, it all trickles down throughout the entire team. So everyone needs to be on the same page.
Yeah, it
Everyone
looks
needs
like
to
it
feel
lighties. That's how it
Apart from
goes,
that, I
though.
mean, it is a very mental game right now as well. You have to be able to withstand the pressure, whether or not you are at that entry
And they
fragger,
qualified
that
to champs? Who are you
duelist,
talking about?
Or whether or not you're able to stick to your game plan or to adapt on the fly. Because if Bleed, your opponents aren't just going to sit around like sitting ducks waiting for you to make a move against them. Sometimes they're going to do exactly what Ye just did alongside Scary.
Yeah.
What do we actually get for the eco? We get 4.
That's exactly
Oh,
true.
five-
I think that
five
Bleed
sheriffs.
have finally kind of hit their stride. And DFM are like, wait, that
I hope Bleed
wasn't supposed
wins
to
this, bro. They
happen.
could definitely do with a win.
This is the team that hasn't
Even
won
just
yet.
to break the
We're
Red
supposed to
Sea
take
of
this easily.
Ye's VLR. That would be
One
nice.
stride can turn into a full sprint
Yeah.
if you're not
They,
careful.
I think in general, just the
DFM
team
needs
probably
to-
needs some kind of morale boost.
A round off of Bleed.
Yeah.
Find that momentum.
Caution here.
It's also the case that
Bleed for champs, bro. You'd have to
every
see
single team,
some
every single player is so capable.
mad
Like, if you're at
improvement.
this level,
some next
you're
level improvement,
excellent.
but there
You're-
is
you're top
time.
of your class, right?
I'm not
So
saying all
give
hope is
them an
lost because there's a
inch.
lot
Even
of
the team
time.
that hasn't won, they will absolutely take the mile. It's still a little bit early on, but certainly those early rounds are pretty one-sided, so kind of leading us in this direction to talk about the narrative.
But I
Bleed
wouldn't feel
potentially
confident
taking this
saying
down, but let's see if DFM
that they would
mounts
at
a
all.
comeback.
What a
From
way it
their
would
current
be for
dire
Bleed
situation.
Like
to
after watching that Lotus,
take
man,
their first win as
and
well.
still just
DFM
again we're
definitely
only
still
3
trying to
rounds
make
into
that
this.
comeback. It's still really
Gotta relax a
early.
little bit.
But Bleed's next opponents are going to be, they're the other.
It was
Singapore
just
organization,
pistol and a
Paper Rex.
bonus.
And that's going to
Won
be
by hero players.
30
a
seconds
pretty
left.
tough one. If
Although,
they can
I'll
take
tell you
this
what, their
win,
actual
they would
buy
be able
round
to
setup
face
was really
their
cool.
Next opponents with much more confidence.
The
for
bonus
sure.
round setup.
Zest now with the Odin still continues.
Yeah, and
to
Zest
want
is
the angle.
everywhere,
Wow.
dudes. Got 11.
Kilios just
Little
figured
2
they
taps
just-
at the end here.
Oh,
a lot
man.
of skill involved.
The funny
just
thing is they need to die, so
Running
they're actually going to
B,
run into him.
straight into the open arms of
30
Zest.
seconds
And
left.
Zest is like, thank you very much. I guess I'll just spray you down.
Guys got to die.
I mean, we joke a little bit about it. Maybe not a lot of mechanical skill involved with the Odin, but you need to have the sense to position yourself in the right way, in the right place. And that's why I can admire it. But then the final
Okay,
few sheriff
12
shots,
to
we
1.
actually lost the Odin. in
Yeah,
that
but I mean, does it
round.
matter when you got 9k?
We did, yeah. That's okay.
Giga brain move from DFM.
Would have been better,
Dude,
maybe just
that's-
letting him live,
yeah.
and I think
Four
honestly
now,
that's
but
what Zest wanted to
who
do,
wins
but
in
it felt
terms
like,
of game?
was it Rattler that was dueling a bit too hard?
I had
Not
to try
entirely
to
sure.
send something with all
And
of
this
their
is the
sheriffs,
flash
and they
play
got
with the
one
TP,
thing.
so I like this. This is the better flash.
I like
So
it.
Bleed have been
Yeah.
working on this stuff as well, because we've stolen this.
So,
Flash
here we are,
into the play.
DFM,
This
are
is
you
a
gonna make your
lovely
mark? Oh boy,
instant
Thunder's
omen
mark.
flash.
Okay.
Ult goes in as well, and now as they
Fires
dodge the
back.
ult, you have
Scary's
someone
got
to
a bit of positioning
capitalize
too. I
on
mean,
top of
look
it.
at this.
Yeah, this is nice.
Bleed.
So you got to look at DFM's 2 buy rounds, right?
Managed to
First one, they
cut
get
up
exec'd over
DFM
towards B,
for some
right, with the push.
wounds
This
now.
one, they get exec'd over towards A. Like their
Still
buy rounds
waiting
at the
for them
moment,
to
they have
break the
no,
scars.
they have
DFM
no
needs to
chance of
feel
actually
battle
doing what
hardened.
they want to
DFM
do in the
needs
rounds.
to
They're just getting exec'd on.
be
They have
ready to
to
roll with the punches.
reactively
You lose a couple of players, but
react
their
well,
game
and I
plan
would say
still
that's something that this
sound.
team struggles to do a little bit.
May still set up inside of tree.
Love how Bleed are doing this at the moment. It's perfect.
Let's see. He's looking for it. Oh.
Okay. Together. There we go. Not too bad for
May
a
has
trade.
his ult
Managed to
2v3.
wrestle a gun
Would be
away. Now you've
tempted.
got the
It's such a big
showstopper.
round, but
One enemy remaining.
Oh, but what a
man,
peek
Zest,
from Zest.
bro.
I mean, this
And
this
he's
guy's
everywhere.
just on fire.
They must
like,
literally just be going
yeah,
like,
they did
how
take him
can we
out
avoid this guy?
once, But he's 14 and
We go
1.
B, he's B. We go A, he's A. We go B again,
They killed him
he's B.
once.
We go A again,
And he has
he's
14
A.
kills in 5 rounds. So
Yeah,
nearly 3 kills
14
around.
for one.
Not a stat you'll
5
often see. And
rounds.
yeah, still
I didn't even realize that that's how many kills he had.
still pretty early on, but starts it off with a Hunter's Fury, and then this
One
just
enemy
really
remaining.
fantastic play around the boxes. He's got some support as well.
But I really,
Yeah, but they're
really
snowballing
love and
well.
admire this. I mean, this was
And then we
off
have
of
another round where they
DFM's
have to
timeout,
eco.
But we're seeing a
Zest
lot
back
better
over towards B.
teamwork from Bleed as a full squad. You've got Scary is to support him. Zest there with a Hunter's Fury. Like, this is exactly what Bleed needs to be. This is a Bleed that can take on Paper X.
What's funny is, like, you see this little flash setup. This was actually,
It's not gonna be an
at least the
easy
first time I
beat,
saw
but
this was
sure,
from
this is
DFM doing the
definitely
new
what you
flash,
wanna
yeah.
see if Bleed's gonna
I
have a
can use
chance,
it back
right?
to him.
So it's definitely good that they're kind of ramping into it potentially here up against DFM. The unfortunate collateral damage at this point in time.
Love how Scary plays around smokes as well. Always gonna be
That's a question would take where I didn't hear what the caster said.
wary of Scary.
Nice.
Yeah, every time we go over
DFM,
towards
though,
Bleed, he's just,
really,
I mean, every
they're
time we go
not
over towards
feeling
Zest,
it.
he's just got his
They
recon
lost
out
5
ready for some
rounds
kind
in
of
a row,
exec.
and they're
I'm getting a little bit
mentioned
low.
before
Looks
about
like
this.
some kind of
They're
B fake into an A here.
looking a little bit deflated, trying to rack their brains, trying to figure out a solution.
Did this version
to
of Bleed
this
can take on
problem
Paper X?
solved
Okay,
in
yeah.
front of them.
I was good.
30 seconds left.
I was gonna chill out a little bit.
Well, he's
Just too fast
made a
strats
decent
against
amount of
Byrons.
noise over there in B main, but this push is actually coming in towards A, and the A isn't hitting the shots.
There we go. May diving straight
Holy
in,
man.
able to pick up the first 2. Bit of a newer threat from Medusa now as they get further information. The Showstopper will be able to catch on to Darren just by the edge. It pushes him further back. May now swaps on over to Ye's operator. Tosses out the paint shells as well. He's back in for a bit of a reload as Shriek gets continued to break down. The rest of the team will be able to watch
Relax
the angle, so
yourself.
they know
Okay,
exactly
yeah, nicely
where
done.
the
Bro, that
rest
was a
of
lot of
Bleed are coming
misses,
from.
man. You gotta call that for what it is. That was a lot of misses.
Many guns completely turn on
Yeah,
its hit
I mean, even the
because
guy
they
over towards
started
Zor
things
should have
off
had the
with
kill.
first 2 kills.
Yeah, absolutely. Decent amount of noise also made over by B, and I mean, they should have been able to stop this one. I think that Ye, he shot 3 times, he missed all 3, so not really having any recourse to the push that was coming in.
Right.
And everybody got in for free. There was no trade back for, you know, a relatively low amount of utility used there. I mean, it was essentially just a raise entry. You know, maybe 1 flash over the top.
Right here.
And that got the job done.
Alright, another
So
big buy round.
DFM
This time they
finally
don't
on
go
the
aggro
board.
though, so DFM actually get to play like their own kind of game.
That's a better game plan.
I like that.
Now we're starting
Ball goes
to
in, you know it has a
explore
gap
other
here, you
options
just check
throughout the
your
map. Heading down mid.
camera to see if
On towards
anyone's in
Pizza, they
that
might be able
cubby.
to take market, set up for a B split. Or perhaps
Insta
even
drone
push
goes over
through
towards
into
B, it
defender
doesn't clear too
spawn.
much, but they can just put the smoke up
better from
again, so it
DFM.
doesn't matter,
Oh,
and
but the
that
wallbacks.
is
Oh,
insane.
just
But I
a
mean,
common line
he's
of sight
spamming
to
like the
catch Sonic
two,
without
oh my god.
suspecting meth.
Yeah, I was gonna do it again. They're spamming the 2 doorways
Gotta
of the
be
middle
wary
bit.
of Scary. You know,
Who do they
Yeah,
take
I'm
down?
telling you. Also,
Okay.
if you're gonna go for this push, you
Not
gotta,
the worst.
you gotta move your
Not the
feet.
worst
You gotta be
agents,
going
Liz.
in there. You can't stand outside
Double
the
back
wall.
of sight.
stick and move, stick and
Gary's
move.
here
and
to
they're trying
react.
to make it happen. Now finally making a quick change through market. But as
Gotta save some
the
bullets for
null
sight.
command
Did a good amount of damage
gets
there though.
deployed,
What a shot.
the rest of them are anticipating some peeks out. It's instead going to be Zest holding the angle away. Scary now peeking through from defender spawn. Right up around the
Scary,
smoke.
man.
Zest not
Ow.
able to deal
How's he
against
get
him.
to get that
It's all
extra
down
kill?
to Medusa.
They're fragging
Well,
so
they killed the
heavy
raid
at the
boss.
moment.
They got Zest.
Zest
But I
and
don't
Scary
think they're
both
gonna
going.
get one.
1v3 puts his ult into it.
And they know exactly where he started
Yeah, I
it,
don't know
so-
about that
So much
choice.
for that pit.
Oh boy.
Pretty desperate.
Yeah, it's really desperate.
Yes.
Take that as a huge win if you bleed.
Yeah, anyway, they are going to take this round here, Bleed, with the 6-1 lead.
Well, this one is not going great.
Question is, you know, what guns are they going to take on the next round?
Yeah, if you're the coach here, you're
Pretty good read there. I mean, they saw DFM
yeah, hating how this is going on.
Scary's sitting here, he gets a kill.
Again, I still like the overall, the first 5 rounds in terms of how Bleed played it was just so nice. The 2 buy rounds where they went aggro, that was everything. Now it's like really falling apart, even when they get to play their own game.
And that's exactly how Bleed can play. Again, you know, each and every single one of these players.
Yeah, and this time they go a little bit aggro. It's just a flash over, the recon over towards Tiles, and then a spam. And Cypher, you would imagine, isn't going to get seen
DFM,
from
on the
this.
other hand, though, you can feel a bit more encouragement because of that one win from the previous round. But like our desk mentioned, they need someone who can fill May's shoes. If May drops, someone else needs to take the lead, take the helm. Right now, just playing it very
in hindsight, that 4v2 pistol loss really hurts. Oh yeah, because probably in their bonus they don't go for the fast play over towards B. And then do they have the confidence if they lost that other round to then go for the play over towards A? Probably not. Why always count pistol rounds, man? Pistol rounds are everything in this. You win a pistol round, you should be just smashing the half that you won pistol round in, dependent on map and comp, obviously. But
very good.
It's kind of like that in this game.
Gives them a lot of space on the site to get the spike planted.
Straight up retake. We have Omen Flash for retake. We have Drone. We have Recon. So Drone goes in fast. It's going to try and clear up towards short, even though he wanted to go through the door. And then should be able to time the Omen Flash with the Recon. Let's see what the timing's like. Definitely got to keep an eye on Medusa. Has got a sick timing towards short here. Omen Flash hits. I mean, the Omen Flash and the Recon timing was good, but the Recon just slightly missed, I think, or at least he shot that there.
So many players from Bleed have already made their way out. The lines of sight all favoring them instead. Can May hold it down? Nope, not quite.
Big shot.
As the Owen cuts him right at his knees.
17-3 still from Zest. And the timing, at least on the util, was good. The Omen Flash into the Recon, even though I think the Recon maybe didn't go like left enough.
Yeah, pretty nice retake that time around. You know, they have the weaponry to do it as well. You got the Odin to clear out hell. You've got a lot of utility and flashes to push your way out of heaven.
Poor guy, man. Poor Death.
So they clear out one side.
This is a nice retake though as well. You see the nade that goes towards the back of Under, flashes them out, and then the flash on top. They've been working on their stuff. It looks good.
Good communication.
Yeah, it's the nade towards the back. It hits close and under, and then that forces them out into the open. And you have a flash in terms of the KO. At the same time, you have an Omen Flash and a Recon. Like the util's great there. They get the attack Odin. Unlucky to not get a kill on Zest.
A lot more confident. If they took a second further back on Heaven, that might have been a different round. But no,
how does the scoreline always happen? This is the thing. This is the game, man. Like pistol should lead into just snowballing.
Now Zest back on with the Odin.
It's just the issue with two economies. Alt economy, actual economy.
Collect on so much information.
He gets him back. Okay, there we go. Did drop into 32.
Right back.
Yep. Since that wall goes 2 ways, buddy. Takes him down. They already did a nice number to the health bar of Zest before that. So they're going to hold Zest to only 16-4. As looks like they are committing to going for this.
Oh my!
A little peek on A.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna hold that. Knife goes in, hit just the raise, or maybe hit the other guys. I'm not sure. Okay, hit at least 2.
It doesn't feel safe enough for them to make a hit. They know that there are at least a couple players who have come to take Zest.
Okay, time is gonna be pretty low for this one. This Jet is gonna hear them running, so we're gonna see a rotate come in from the KO. And then we look at Scary, and he has his Omen Flash.
Scary's continuing to jump spot from hell, though.
Oh, the timing.
Wow, he hit that.
Spun around 180, takes down Medusa.
Even out of time, should be fine for the plant here.
But still,
Anthem is his knife for heaven after.
Ye will be able to hold on to his operator, and that could give Bleed so much more if they play the long game. Anthem's Odin continues to sound off, and now the rest of Bleed rethinking their moves. Do you want to retake this? Both Darren and Retla continuing to make some noise. They don't see all too much. So it's going to be the call to save instead.
And
yeah, probably
you would think that maybe they had a chance over towards site here, but I'll tell you what, the cage from Neff, that kind of allowed them the freedom to tank the Omen Flash.
you know, right from
and
the
not be
situation,
seen was
but maybe seeing
the
what they could
savior.
see. Maybe if someone was going to get aggressive, they could pick them off, and then they could save.
You should have done some gun damage, to be honest, considering the econ. Like, you don't need to worry about your own econ. I think they should have probably tried to do some damage there, but I get it's a 1-9 reset.
But remember what happened in that previous map, Valdez? They took a little bit too long.
Because I'm telling you, the cage was great.
Too many rounds in that first half to bleed. They cannot afford that same mistake. We're down to round 10 now. 3 rounds left in this first half. Can DFM make
both
this
happy and not
competitive?
happy. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 18 months with the Prime as well. Thank you so much.
Got a couple
I think
of
better.
ultimates
Dude,
on
Bane
each
is
side.
I don't know, man, because Flashback looked incredible,
DFM has
but
to
Bane
watch
is,
out for it.
it seems to
Anthem
just
is
be
1 point
clicking
away from
roll-wise,
Falconet, though.
and I think that's something that works well.
Great information.
I think
about
that's why it's working better. Mostly with Foxy, the whole Viper experiment didn't work well.
No reason to really. Just going to go back to mid with this team, actually. A lot of aiming control here from the side of Bleed.
Nidavellir as well. Nidavellir with the Prime. Thank you for the 8 months. Thank you for doing that, mate.
Only way that
Appreciate
DFM
the
have
support.
gotten their 2 rounds, right?
Kind of like their bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this toxic screen is set up for as well, but perhaps then the option would be plan B, take down mid,
Smoke
take down pizza, straight into a B split. Not really going for that this time though, as they're waiting out for a lot of these pieces of utility from Bleed. The one-way smoke goes away, a second one comes back up, the fragment has been spent as well. Now is the time to head down to B. Scary from the shadows onto site. Oh, but unfortunately the corner not quite checked. Logs is where Retla will strike. Zest from back
Raid boss man back of sight.
To make this Odin sing.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, what a beautiful tune.
Yeah, they didn't take out the raid boss.
Dude, that was
this time.
so funny over towards short. Lead are playing it well though. My worry is that how slow DFM play a lot of these rounds.
Right? Like Bleed, they knew, okay, they're not in A main. They have a lot of information. Nobody's there. Okay, they're not going A. You don't see them at tree, and then you've got one guy to spot for the sound of them running through market and pizza. It's like, okay, well, I think I know where they're coming through, guys. And Zest's like, all right, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'll pick up my 19th kill. Thank you very much.
You put this image of
they got scared by the misclick and then went into the stack of 3.
You know, one of these big raid
it was
bosses
so funny.
in like a looter shooter game, and he's holding the gigantic minigun.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he's doing. And every kill that he gets a little
Double timeout in 1 half.
It's
what
true.
a nightmare.
You don't want to have this guy in rage.
Leeds are
on
looking
you.
way more put together
It's
though.
not gonna
Like
be
even
pretty.
just that
It's already
retake
been
that we
rough
saw
for
over
them.
towards A, that was
But
so
yeah,
much better.
DFM, I think
And then
just
even here, they just have
really
like plans for if they're going to try and
just have now
disrespect some
found
of the
answer here
util
on
if
the
there's a
attacking
flash
side of
coming in.
Ascent as well, and Bleed have been showing us what
But
we
again,
wanted to see
I
this
do
whole
think
time.
when we look at bleeds,
Maybe Asteroid
which is
knew
going to be
exactly
interesting
when
for
they were
this, a
gonna
lot of time
spike
it
at
is
the
the
right
attack.
moments.
Not
was the
that
only one
Split
to
was a good
predict
example
Bleed
for
in
that.
this one.
Obviously,
So
owns
far, he's looking
that
absolutely
attack,
correct towards the end of this match.
Just cannot back down though. You cannot give up. You took a win off of T1. Where was that DFM? I mean, where is that DFM? Sure, they suffered a bit of a loss against Gen G, but they still showed pretty good performances all across the board.
I would say that, though, that's a good point to mention. You know, they fall to Gen G. Sometimes you have a tough loss that can really throw your team for a loop, and maybe mentally just not quite there. I mean, they won the first map, right? It looked pretty good, but maybe that was a little bit of Bleed struggling as well.
we like
you know, Bleed
this
struggling to get
anti-KO
online.
setup the best you can possibly kind of get at.
How that one went.
Go
Off
Killjoy
that T1 win,
away
we got
from the
so
ult if they
many
go over
DFM
towards B.
fans. Paper Thin
util
was
that can
just
help over
screaming
towards
at
B.
the top of his lungs
In terms
for
of
that win.
Mollies.
We need that DFM back. While they might feel like the underdogs in this series, in this matchup, they have shown pretty good performances thus far too.
Yeah, but
a very
that is the
successful
one.
A-take from before.
Trust me,
Can
I remember
they
it
do
well.
again? Bleed are trying so many different routes, so many different strategies just to foil those plans. Once again, you got Retla and Scary watching up around mid. Zest still the raid boss as ever on B.
Yeah, mate, B main is on lockdown with this guy. It looks scary too. The only time it's looked achievable to go there was when he got spammed back with the Odin.
For now, it looks like
Knife goes over
another A
towards
mid,
short,
and this
doesn't hit
time,
anyone, so DFM
Bleed
looking
aren't
like
as
take a
far
timing
out,
from that.
you know, towards wine and trying to put like one-ways and stuff to prevent them
The
from getting
KO at
in,
the moment,
so maybe DFM
gonna
do
hit
have
them,
an
but
angle, but
there's
there
still
are
three people sight.
still from the side of
I wonder
Bleed,
if
just kind of a different setup
Scary
on
wants to
A.
have his smoke out. Yeah, he did have his smoke out. Manages to get his smoke over towards A main so they can fight a bit more comfortably.
Flash that gives them a bit of control over tree as well. Now making their way in. The entirety of Bleed is here watching the angles though. And that's going to be the shots fired off. Also accurate.
Look at how
Every
easy
single
they made
player
that one.
collecting
This
on
was
a
very
single
nice.
kill.
3-person stack.
Bleed just
Hold
put
enough
up
pressure
this
over towards
huge
B. They could just keep the
shield
stack here.
on the A
Smoke
side.
in the hands for the Omen. As soon as he get hit by the ult, the smoke goes out just before
that
it
was
takes
quick.
away his util. Then they got to
I
force
mean,
through.
It was a nice try. They got onto the site, but they were just miles ahead of them again. I do feel like, again, some of these pushes are just a bit too predictable.
19.
Bleed are right there.
Yeah, there's not enough pressure on the map.
The shots are hitting. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Like,
I mean, you're absolutely right. You know, apart from it, the utilities and little bits being predictable, it's like as soon as the first player dies, the rest of them try and look for that trade. But Darian's just
Force
having
buy
the
into
time
it.
of
They got to
his life
raise
clicking away.
ult. They're up against 2 big ults in terms of just being able to retake. They're just playing very close for someone that has a kill jail though.
I think it could.
Might not matter.
okay, that's going to help.
Potentially could. Nice little pop flash, underhand toss. Doesn't see anything, so the rest of them could be around A main, and he is absolutely right.
Now, there's Medusa by himself in B main, just hanging out. Not sure what he wants to do. Maybe just trying to get some information, but hasn't seen much, which will spark a bit of a rotation coming out from the side of DFM.
Not too bad. But another thing is just, you always have to admire Darian. A little bit quiet
Knife
at
goes over
times,
towards A, hits a bit of
but
short
he's
and A main
pretty
doesn't
much
hit anyone.
the
Oh my.
longest standing player on the Bleed squad, and he's always a team player. Now Zest, you know, playing for the team a little bit with that Hunter's Fury, gets the information. They are reading and controlling the map.
Keep
so
an eye on
well
the
right
time,
now.
by the way.
Bleed.
30 seconds left.
Zest is ready.
Oh.
Bro, how are you guys meant to get out of this choke point?
Slash DFM, and now just waiting for that wound to bleed open. Zest continuing to fire every single round down this single choke point. Yay, alongside
the double
Scary
satchel.
finding a
I mean, he
couple
did the
more
tech
frags,
right in
and that
terms
is
of
what
the
gives
satchel
us
canceling the
another
animation, but
10-2 first half.
I mean, the ult canceling the
Yeah,
animation,
10-2.
but
That last one as well. Just the,
I mean, it hit the wall.
showstopper not able to land onto Zest. He's able to sit there and fire away.
10-2.
Even while flashed, able to just continue putting in his line of fire
It's
and
hard.
making that entry
If they get a
more
pistol, I'm
difficult.
kind of believing because of how good their defense has been in the past and
DFM
how
not able to find
the
the
mid-rounding's
answer
been
there
from
on B
Bleed.
either.
But yeah, they
So
kind of
see
look
looks of
demoralized,
frustration.
and
This is
maybe
not what they practiced. This is not what they had prepared for today.
yeah, they just got so rattled by the
Unfortunately, the
double
results may end
aggro
up that
strats
way.
on the 3rd and 5th
Yeah,
round.
a little bit unfortunate. The few rounds, well, not even few, the couple of rounds that they did
What's on
win
DFM?
were
I'm kind of at
actually
the same
really
spot with
successful,
DFM.
though. I think that's
Just
what impresses me
on
the most,
defense
and that's
still,
what
I
wanna
just
see
feel
more
like
of.
some of their
They had such a
players
good take.
don't have like the
Pretty
instant
decent
decision making of what they
protocols
should be
and
doing, and it just feels
how
like they
make
get
use of
overwhelmed too
utility,
easy on
push
sides.
Bleed away on the A site, or even just the rotation over
And
or through
firepower
with the B split. They did that
Is
once,
just lacking. So,
managing to take down Zest.
but other than that, like a lot of their stuff is good. Like they only struggle
Surely
on
this
defense
is
when I
not
watch them. That's
over
it.
for
They just get
DFM.
overwhelmed.
Meanwhile, for Bleed,
The decisions once
this
stuff
that
is
Bleed that
coming
we've
in,
all been looking
and
for
it's
ever
like
since the
split
start of
second
Pacific. Now, the
decision
teamwork
making.
is here.
Like I feel like that's
Everyone's
slightly
working together
off,
as squad.
and that
Scary
stuff's hard to
coming up
teach,
on
man.
assists.
It's kind of
Zest still as the raid
just-
boss.
grinding of just like the amount of times that you have to do stuff.
Like this setup,
It's just reps, I guess.
pretty common to see
And I think they don't have
Zest go
the
up top.
a lot of the time they don't
They're
have
onto
the
B site.
like the firepower or
Expecting
the
that
essential
out of
like
Bleed,
strong
as
aim to
we
bail
know
them out
Bleed
of their
all set
decisions
up
as well.
here in lobby. Maybe looking for a
Bren
fast
tweeted the
dip.
DRX thing. Oh
How
yeah, of course he would.
Fast they actually do want to send
Bro, I'm
this.
telling you, he had it ready to go. Shock breaks the trip at middle. That creates a little bit of pressure at middle. And this is a must-win pistol for DFM. They do have a
He's
setup
ready
here.
for this.
Camera contact into Omen flash into swing.
And for the time being, just waiting for the right moment to send out that paranoia. May must collect on these kills. He spots out so many of them, collects onto 3 heads, picks up the quad.
Bro, that'll do it. Lovely setup. And let's see
Pick
if
up
that
the
gives
ace.
them the confidence.
DFM starting
Omen Flash
out the
absolutely
second
wrecked
half
everyone, and they
with the
all tunnel
perfect
visions on the guy in
execution.
wine, thinking that he was swinging.
Yeah, that's just... It's just perfect, right? It's
It's
classic.
fast.
I mean, the paranoia value is just disgusting. And May does not miss a single shot. Even gets that final 1v1.
Over his mouth, like, I can't even believe that I just did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to thank the Omen
Little
for
nice
that.
at the end, too. Maybe that's a little morale boost you need to get back in this match.
Okay, first step.
And again, once again, it happens because of May. He's the one with 29 kills on this map against T1 on this, you know, slightly unorthodox agent.
Interesting. This is going to be fun because I wanted to see the anti-KO ult.
Can
They're
it
trying to get
happen
the
again?
KO,
This time with the rifle.
the KO online.
Watching the angle outside of
the
the
ult straight away.
Picks up onto the first. Gets pop
Just a
flashed
peek before
by
the flash.
Darian.
What if he
But the
gets
support
back
comes right back.
It's just an eco though. Not even worried about that.
That would be even, even more morale.
Said they needed May.
Truly the savior of DFM right now.
Here.
Neth will be able to spot out a lot of information.
They should
here,
know that this
hearing all
camera's
of
probably
these
here.
footsteps.
Yeah.
Little spray. No. Okay. Lines it up. Stays composed.
As he should. Anthem controlling the back, making sure that Bleed does not have any exit plans either.
30 seconds left.
Ooh. Firing off that little water gun. Unfortunately, not quite able to connect onto Zest.
Oi!
This time.
What the hell is that?
With the
No,
classics.
no, 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 no,
Classics
no,
again.
no.
Valdez.
No, how's that
way.
possible? What the hell was this shot on sight? That was an
Whichever
insane shot on
ridiculous
sight.
range. I
the
can't
bullet
believe-
carved
and
rounds.
That's again why Bleed's players individually are just that good.
Revealing area.
And that was just right around.
Well, what do you even
the
do
edge
to
of
retake
dice
this? You got a
on
boom
B
bob.
side.
There's a guy over towards main.
How the heck?
Dude, he can
did
flash through
Zest
the window
make
to
that
allow
shot?
the peek. Flash goes in.
Bought some time with the recon dart too.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
Man. And the slow creep walking through, Zest spots him. Darian
Holy
peeks out.
hell, a
Oh,
2v5, and I have
clean
no idea how
classic
they've
shot.
done it. This guy gets double
A
dinged,
thrifty
top of
for
mid.
Bleed turns
Zest
the
hit an
economy in
absolute
this
banger
map
on the
upside
guy
down.
back
What a
aside.
doozy. It's gonna be
2v5
potentially,
with classics.
practically
It's the game done.
match point for Bleed.
What is this
Not
one?
unless DFM can pull out classic rounds like what we just saw.
That shot too. I don't even know.
적군이 한 명 남았습니다.
Oh, look at this one.
Thrifty.
And the way they handle this at the end is perfect too. You see
Yeah,
Zest's
even Ye's
reaction?
just like, what the hell was that
Like,
shot,
he
bro?
knows that was just insane.
Take flight.
And
Classics.
if there was any morale boosting from the round prior to that one,
Dude, it's done.
I think it's all gone.
Yes, the whole map is
Fortunately
done
for
with
DFM.
that.
Oh, just unfortunate.
Cage triggered.
They do have some sheriffs.
Oi.
Good little
Dude, they've been
flash through.
practicing
Followed
this
by the
map, though. This
recon.
looks like their
And
best
look at
map.
this take. The teamwork
The
from Bleed
retakes are
on
actually
point right
nice. Like, they
now.
have set retakes,
Well,
which
the
on some
machine
maps
as they
haven't
head on over
looked
to
there.
B. Pretty soon they're gonna see that
Especially
it's
when I
all
think of, like,
clear, spike gets
Sunset.
planted.
This is
All
even
they have
nice
to
with
worry about
dashing
is,
out
well,
into our smoke as the flash
defender
goes
spawn
in,
and
and then we
mark
can
it.
both pinch into the areas. Like, it's
One
everything that we
defender
were...
spawn.
It's everything that you want to
Perfect
see from a team.
mechanical skill
This is by far their best map, surely.
down to
It
Anthem.
actually looks decent. Like, it's been good.
There was no answer to any of this.
Yeah, he's just hanging on for dear life.
flawless.
Not gonna hit that shot either. Ye picks up a 3K. It is a flawless, and Bleed are on the doorstep of taking a 13-3. Kind of expected Bleed to take this map, but not quite in
23
this
to
one-sided
6.
fashion. These rounds, obviously this one,
Not quite with classic kills, fellas.
yeah.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
But unbelievably talented if they can, as how they
One
made
more
that
round. It's
happen.
been a while.
One more round.
9 chances.
And this would be Bleed's first win.
What an awful 9.
In VCT Pacific Stage 1.
They want to end it with a B rush.
Looking to make it happen.
Knife goes
Looking
back
to collect
side.
even more wins. They press
Hey,
forward.
this is a straight up cancel. That's good to see. It's a good sign.
A bit of smokes. They will be able to rotate over. May tries to spot the contact against them. He does have a full kit of utility. Expends 1 satchel just to make it safe. Neth, what is this? Pushed all the way out into Gelato.
Trying to get
Oh boy.
little
What on earth is going to happen here, man? Which way does this go?
On Death's door.
Nice little crossfire. Flash through. Anthem stays tucked away and hidden.
Spike down mid.
Teammate coming back into support from Pizza.
They both tanked the
All
flash.
that's left is going to be Zest to see if he is truly the raid boss.
I mean, he is, regardless.
One of the most experienced players on Bleed's squad.
Man, he has full util.
Knows where the
Why am I
spike
nervous
is,
for
wants
this?
to opt over to retrieve it. But
Not even
Anthem
a little
watches
bit
the angle
nervous.
instead. And that's going to be DFM extending their
Okay,
lives
we'll count
by
this
one
one
more
down.
round.
9 chances to 8. And
Well,
bro, I
they'll
really
make it
want to see the
interesting for
I
one
really want
more.
to see the KO and
Kinda
see if they
like
get the
that
KO.
round, you know, it was kind of funny
Like, I
how
wanna see the
Anthem
KO
survived
setup.
for basically forever. Flash staring at the fight happening through our lens, of course. He just saw a blinding light. But yeah, pretty cool setup there. Predicting the push coming in from Bleed.
I
Unfortunately,
don't even
you
see
know,
it.
just a bit too little, too late. Nice setup. We'll see if they can get something going.
Revealing area.
This time a little bit spread more even. We have Retla kind of lurking up around B lobby. Rest of Bleed continuing to make a little bit of noise. Yeah, collect up on
Hey,
that alt
KO.
point. Alt
But we
orb.
have
Darren has the null command now.
we have the wall that can help them,
Perfect
so maybe
catalyst to
Viper
take down
should
the
be
site.
more over towards spawn, because at the moment Viper's going to tank this. Wait, are they just completely... Okay, no, they do switch a little bit. Okay, so they weren't expecting
gonna
it
be
in terms
Bleed?
of giving the orb, and then now they switch up into an anti-KO.
How is it
They
going
weren't
to go?
positioned for it, but now they've stacked
Where
it
are
a
we
little
gonna
bit,
push?
whereas the
Looking like B and Zest. He'll play
Cypher
anchor.
shouldn't get hit by the util. This drone keeps 3 people here, and there is nothing apart from this Viper smoke to help this guy.
It's going to be the poison
He has a
cloud
Viper
just to delay
smoke.
for a second, but here comes the null command. Bleed will be able to pile drive through the site. They do not
it's done.
care
This guy's
what
good
you're
too.
going to try. Neth
This guy
tries
can't
to stay
KO flash
tucked
to
away,
help him.
Tries to find the opening shot. Will be able to get the first, but then instantly traded by Yang. The rest of the team have made their way onto the
He's
site.
all over towards
Now
side.
here
Look at
comes
this
May
guy
with the
towards spawn,
showstopper,
man.
looking to do out even more damage. Goes in to clear B main. The corner's not yet found.
Shot though.
Okay.
What
Good little
the-
heads-up duel against Retla. Player still on site though. Darren watching out defender spawn.
The hell's that
Check
nade
onto
gone?
lane.
Scream.
Zest now. A bit of a delayed response, and it's something
Damn,
that DFM
dude, they
does
actually
not
did it.
expect.
They're on the
Bleed,
board.
Cut them open and bleed them dry.
They are
Finally
on
taking
the
their first
board.
win at VCT Pacific Stage 1.
And I tell you what,
Finally got it done.
especially if I just look
There
at
was
this
only
Ascent,
one
the
believer
Ascent
has
was actually like a
tried to
lot
predict
better. The
them.
Ascent was good.
DFM falling
Like,
short
the Ascent was
tonight.
actually good. Lotus,
As Bleed
not so
finally
much.
get on the board here at VCT
Split,
Pacific.
it felt a
Very
little bit
nicely
like
done,
DFM on
13 to
defense, didn't look
4,
great as
I
well.
guess,
And I
on
like the
that
double
last
duelist
map.
with Bleed
I was
though.
gonna say 13 to 3, but